Well, hi there, Mr. Bleeker again with part 3 of the female reproductive system. Now, this lecture focuses on how the birth control pill works. And the mystery behind the birth control pill is right here. I'll highlight it. Synthetic estrogen. Now, if you study the reproductive cycle, you'll know that estrogen is very important because estrogen itself builds up the uterine lining. Estrogen has a positive feedback loop, and as estrogen levels rise, so do luteinizing hormone levels. Okay, so that means more estrogen. And estrogen gets a follicle to advance. It convinces more follicle stimulating hormone to be produced by the pituitary gland. Okay, now if it's synthetic estrogen and it doesn't do its job, well, then LH and FSH levels are not going to rise. So what we'll look at here is as the cycle progresses, we don't see the spike of luteinizing hormone or follicle stimulating hormone. So basically, synthetic estrogen has shut off the hypothalamus. So the pituitary gland isn't sending signals for more estrogen, and the uterine wall isn't building up. So no follicle stimulating hormone, no luteinizing hormone. Additionally, the birth control pill contains progesterone. Now that's kind of smart because if you think about progesterone, um, it's an additional sort of negative feedback. We've turned off the positive feedback to make sure that these are not secreted. And progesterone, well, progesterone shuts down the hypothalamus and pituitary gland even more so that we don't get these hormones being produced, because these two players are what lead to the release of an egg. So if you focus in on the ovary here, without luteinizing hormone, without this big surge of LH and FSH, an egg isn't released. So you go through the cycle without the spike in the middle, ovulation doesn't occur, and there's no egg to fertilize. And there we go. So the progesterone levels will be higher, right? Because the pill itself is raising them. But the estrogen levels are low, and the uterine wall literally doesn't proliferate or build up as it would be expected to. So the pill shuts off the production of these essentially at the hypothalamus. Now you can test this with placebo. That's a sugar pill. That's how they prove whether or not a substance actually works. So in order to know that the birth control pill worked, they ran scientific tests with the birth control pill and one that looked just like it as a placebo, and it turned out the placebo didn't cause the same effect. We knew that the pill worked. So this is essentially how the birth control pill works. This link is on the website. It also goes to the regular female menstrual cycle right here and makes an excellent review of how the cycle functions normally. So if I just put it back to here, just reload. Female menstrual cycle is the normal cycle, and with the pill there. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's how the pill works. Short and sweet.